Alright, what's up guys? I Game For You here. I'm bringing you a gameplay commentary when I'm playing Kassadin. I've actually got a buddy here. His name is Veruda. Go ahead and introduce yourself, good sir.
Hey, how's it going? This is Veruda from Veruda88, Veruda in game. Just helping out White Jester here with a little dual commentary. Let's get right
Absolutely.
into it.
Absolutely. So basically, I'm actually going to be playing Kassadin today, and I'm going to be playing, my summoner spells are actually pretty unorthodox.
Pretty terrible. It's not good.
Not good, not good. Well, the whole reason why I actually picked those is just to experiment a little bit, because normally what I play is actually, that was a sweet little double kill, not gonna lie. Anyways, normally what I play is actually with a teleport and flash,
Okay.
but I decided to, just kind of mix it up a little bit, kind of see what we can accomplish. Maybe early game, maybe it's better late game. I was gonna try and get it to be a better late game kind of a thing, but
Is this a normal game? I'm guessing just because there was two top. Or
yeah,
is this
yeah.
ranked? Okay.
This is actually gonna be a normal game.
No worries. So I gotta ask you, since you normally run teleport and flash, the standard run on Kassadin that I prefer and that a lot of other players prefer is Ignite Flash. So if you have a chance, check that out. It's definitely worth your time. What
Yeah.
runes are you running, and what masteries? That's always a big question that people are gonna ask
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. Well, I normally like to have it a little bit better, be a little bit more potent early game. So basically, what
Okay.
I run is a 9-0-21. Try and get my to get like the cooldowns on the summoner abilities, as well as get some mana regen and a little bit of penetration from the offensive mastery tree.
We
Um,
do love the penetration when playing
absolutely,
Kassadin. You
absolutely,
gotta have the penetration.
absolutely. And then on my masteries, I actually have, or I'm sorry, actually my room page, I actually have. Um,
This MF is just gonna get owned. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
no, no, absolutely. She is.
she
F.
doesn't even know it's
man.
coming. That's a lack of map awareness when you leave
It is.
bottom lane. She's sitting there with 20% health, just
It is.
walking around like an idiot.
And I decided to turret diver, but it doesn't even matter because
You're Kassadin.
I was full health and just cast and just riff walk out. Anyways, though, my room page, I have all of my reds are actually going to be magic penetration.
Okay.
My seals are actually going to be mana regen per level.
Okay.
My blues are actually going to be magic resist to again help me with that early game staying alive, as well as his passive with the magic resist. And then I also have, for the quintessences, I actually have health, just flat health.
Okay. One thing, I was playing with some guys that were like around 2K last night in some pre-made fives, and the Kassadin that was playing, he was swearing by the AP quints. I don't have AP
Okay.
quints. I don't use AP quints, but he was swearing that it just helps that early laning phase whenever you guys trade harassment. If you have a chance, try it out. I'm not saying you have to go buy the quints, but it's
No,
definitely
no, no,
worth your
absolutely,
time.
absolutely.
A big thing with Kassadin I've found is that the trading of harassment needs to be more offensive before 6 in your favor in order for you to get some farm up. If you're pushed back to the tower, Kassadin has a really hard time catching up.
Yeah, absolutely, and I have found that as well.
Yeah, and this is all, I'm just hearsay. Like, I don't play
No, no,
Kassadin
no,
all the time.
absolutely,
Just
absolutely. I mean, I don't really play him that often either. But when I do, as you can see in this game, I do
You're doing
KS a
quite
lot.
well. You're doing quite well.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there's gonna be a scene that's coming up for you guys in the next few minutes that we'll point out for you, where I just deliberately stood in a bush and KS'd. But
It's Kassadin, you're building a
it
soul
is,
stealer.
it is,
I do have one concern about your build. You went Soul Stealer, basically second item. I don't know if you were just planning on obliterating everybody and that was the goal, which it always should be, but at the
Yeah.
same time, that's a very risky item, and I definitely don't suggest that as first item on Kassadin. I always say go for the tier first, because that's going to turn into some serious AP when you up it to the next item.
Right, absolutely. And unfortunately, actually, what I did was since I actually saw in the early game phase,
Right.
what I
They
like
were
to do
terrible.
is basically like what I like to do is kind of scope out my opposition, kind of trade blows, kind of see what they're gonna do. I
That's
saw
fair.
that their fiddlesticks was actually not that good. And I was trading harasses. He wasn't even harassing me back, so I saw that I could just go offensive on him and just take him out. Same thing with the Mordekaiser on the top lane. But basically, so what I did was I went to get a really risky. I actually went Magi's Tear of the Goddess, but then I went a Void Staff instead of like a Rylai's or an Abyssal Scepter. Or I mean, not an
Yeah, that
Abyssal Scepter.
Mordekaiser has plenty of magic resistance on his build. You can see there.
Yep.
So that's probably a good decision for taking him out. Yeah, it definitely panned out. Like I'm not criticizing that at all. I'm just saying, like, generally I go for the tier first. It definitely panned out well for you here.
And MF right there actually got
10,
some
3, and 6.
some revenge on me right there. She cut me off.
That's okay. I mean, I think you're gonna take care of her later. It's not too
Oh
big
yeah,
a concern.
oh yeah, for sure. But
Is this with friends? Are you playing with some buddies here? Or
I
is
am.
this...
I am actually. Xorn the Defiler, who is playing Rumble this game. Sorry, this is actually going to be the scene, I believe, where we actually just completely obliterate. This is actually a really nice one to point out, though, really quick. As you can see in a minute, basically they're going to be chasing down Malphite, which was their mistake, because then we could just take out MF right there really quick.
See, she was split. That was just
Right,
a terrible
exactly.
decision.
Exactly, and then
At
now
first,
they're
it looked
chasing
like
me.
you guys were too split. It really
Right.
did. It looked like you guys, you know, some were going towards blue, some were going towards middle lane. It looks like you guys are split. But then they went right in the middle of everyone, and you guys just collapsed. So
Absolutely,
it was great
absolutely. So
positioning,
that was
especially
good.
by you to get that carry.
Yeah, so now we take care of Vayne, we take care of everybody, and then basically just a cleanup crew right now.
It's good stuff.
Absolutely, and then right now we actually go off to take Baron. The only reason why I left this scene in there, basically, is just to show you guys what you can do as Kassadin, because I did notice that Fiddlesticks was actually still up. So instead of doing too much damage to him, I know they've got it cleared up. Rift walk out, kind of patrol, make sure he's not trying anything funny, and then Rift walk back in when you know there's no way he can take it.
A big thing on Kassadin with the silence, and that goes for Soraka, it goes for any other character with a single target silence, maybe even Garen. If you silence the character that's trying to come in there and smite steal, if you silence them, they're not going to be able to get it off. So Kassadin, especially with his mobility, can definitely steal a Baron for your team, even if it is a little bit more risky, like you were saying. Just patrol, make sure you're on top of that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
very
And
important.
another one here, what you can do, I did here, is I actually Rift walk out so that Vayne does not focus me. As soon as she turns around, tries to get somebody else, I Rift walk back in, take her out, take care of the carry.
Good stuff, good stuff. What are you up to on your stacks there? 18? You're almost there.
18, yeah,
You're
18.
almost there. Silence Fiddle can't do anything in the middle of the
No,
team.
he can't. No, he can't. Absolutely
Good
not.
stuff.
So we take out Fiddlesticks. Mordekaiser and Alistar are feeling funny. One thing I could have done better here, I noticed, is that I was actually focusing Alistar because he was coming after me. What I should have done, though, is actually gone back into the team fight and take out the carries rather than the tank.
You're probably correct there. You know, your teammate probably would have gone down regardless. You probably do far more damage as a bursty mage on some of those squishies, but
Yeah.
you know, hindsight's always 20/20. It's
Absolutely.
not a big deal.
Alright, so basically what we're going to do here is actually we're going to push pretty hard. I'm actually going to be turret diving Vayne here because I knew that I could kill her with that
That
silence
was
ball.
a long range ball.
Yeah, it was. That was really
definitely out
long
there.
range.
I'd call bullshit on the range if I were the carry right there, but you know, whatever.
she probably did. I didn't see the chat, but
Kassadin's
right there.
definitely unique in the fact that like he can, you know, silence opponents, and like that's gonna shut down your Mordekaiser. It's gonna shut down Fiddle. If you see Alistar flash in to come pummel everybody, if you silence him quickly enough, it's gonna take care of that. You know, that's a really strong mage. But as we saw here, that he only really is effective if he snowballs. If you get behind on Kassadin, it's very difficult to catch up.
Absolutely, and as you can see right here on Vayne, you can see the burst damage capabilities of him.
And you
Especially
were
when
doing
you
a
got
fantastic job of just taking advantage of that lead. Like you
Yeah.
need to stay on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've actually had a couple of games with Kassadin as well as other carries. I wouldn't, necessarily name him a carry, but
He's an AP carry,
he,
definitely.
yeah, he could be. But what I've noticed is that if you take a lead and you let it slip, then it's really hard for you as well as your entire team to come back from that.
I call some pretty heavy bullshit on that not canceling the Fiddle there.
Oh,
That
I know,
was really
I
good by
know.
you.
I know, I
Split
saw
second
that, and that
there.
was, excuse me. But as you can see right here as well, I just completely obliterate Vayne.
One more Q, and on top of the R. That was
Yeah.
very nice. Would you really suggest Kassadin to players that are new to mages, or is he a little bit more difficult on the skill set? Like,
Well, honestly, he's a little bit more difficult, but if you do like playing some pretty nice AP carries, um, that's actually a good champion to pick. We're actually at
Okay.
the end of the video. I just wanted to say to everybody, thank you for watching the video. Thank you, Veruda, for coming to do this dual com with me. I really
Yeah, it was fun.
appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys next time.